introduce Jim Eikrem, professor at Central Michigan University.
Thank you. You did great. Eikrem, that's right. I wanted to make sure that in case anybody's from the Mackinac Center out there that they got the name right. Well, I am Jim Eikrem, and I am president of the Union of Teaching Faculty at Central Michigan University. And the Union of Teaching Faculty is a proud affiliate of the American Federation of Teachers and the AFL-CIO. I'm privileged to be with you here today, and I want to thank all the activists that made today possible. As you see, we are the people.
We are the people. We are the people. We are the people. We are the people. We are the people.
Rick Snyder ran as one tough nerd during his campaign last year.
What's the dashboard?
Hang on a minute. As a university professor, some consider me a bit of a nerd. But don't worry, I didn't vote for him. And I'm here to tell you something. Snyder is giving us nerds a bad name.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah, even so, during the debate last year, I was glad to hear him say, higher education is one of the great assets of our state. However, actions speak louder than words. And Governor Snyder's plan to slash over $200 million for Michigan's public colleges and universities shows his true priorities. Is that right? Here's what Snyder said during a recent interview with the Lansing State Journal. Universities have some ability to raise tuition to offset cuts from state appropriations. There it is from the nerdy horse's mouth. Governor Snyder's budget will force our colleges and universities to raise tuition on hard-working middle-class families, families who are already struggling to make ends meet. I see kids every day in my class who are barely scraping by, and hiking tuition will saddle them with even more debt to pay off after graduation.
That's right. That's not right. That's not right.
But that's only part of the story. As cash-strapped universities try to do more with less, they will rely more on non-tenure track or contingent professors like me. That's right. Contingent faculty often have the same education, the same qualifications, and the same amount of experience as our tenured counterparts, but we have no job security, and our compensation is a fraction of what you might think. Nevertheless, contingent faculty are a dedicated, passionate, and integral part of university communities across Michigan. And we now teach about half the credit hours to students in Michigan's higher education system. Universities work because we do.
That's right.
Central Michigan University is the state's fourth largest university, yet non-tenure track faculty members are paid so poorly that some fall below the federal poverty line, even while working full-time. That is not right. Take Patrick McGinnity, for example, one of my colleagues. He holds a terminal degree, an MFA, and has taught for 3 years as a full-time faculty member in the English department at CMU. Patrick's $24,600 a year salary hovers precariously close to the federal poverty level. He has a family of 4, and his salary is simply not enough to put food on the table. He relies on government assistance, including WIC and a bridge card to feed them.
That's not right.
Patrick isn't alone. Across Michigan, thousands of contingent faculty members are in the same boat. Forcing working and middle-class families to pay for $1.8 billion tax break for corporations won't do any good if none of our students have the skills they need to compete for the jobs of the future. Can we honestly ask folks who have so little to take less? No. Even when the finances are up, non-tenure track faculty have to fight to simply stay afloat. Now Governor Snyder wants to push us completely underwater.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
We are the people, and we are here to let those in power know that this is unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
Stop by the labor tent to learn more about non-tenure track faculty in Michigan. And while you're there, send an email to CMU's President Ross in support of the union teaching faculty's contract negotiations. We're having our own huge rally in Mount Pleasant 1 week from today, from noon to 2, as we try to create a bridge to better education. Maybe some of you can join us to ensure that excellent faculty like Patrick McGinnity don't have to rely on bridge cards to feed their families. We need to make sure all of the tough nerds in this state can afford a college degree and that teachers can put food on the table. Raising tuition on students and working class families is essentially another tax that we the people cannot afford. Our elected officials must stop attacking working and middle class families, start working together, and start creating jobs for today's students and tomorrow's workers. Thank you.